Hey Fuzzy Goat family, Melissa here, Thomasville, Georgia. Hope everybody had a good week and a great weekend. Watch Super Bowl, go team. I don't know, it's just all entertaining to me. I was super happy that it was actually a good game, that you had to kind of wait till the end to see it. But that's all I got to say about that. Anyway, so I was trying to finish a couple projects before I cast on a couple projects, but I couldn't wait. So I will show you those. I am wearing my Peach Fuzz for Valentine's Day-ish. Let me stand up. So you can see, you see the stripes here? This is not in the pattern. I did that because I was running out of yarn, and you can see it's not on the back. So I just kind of did based on the yardage. So I looked at the total yardage. I had some for my stash, and then I had some others. And I just, based on the yardage, made it work. So that was kind of fun, but a little bit scary too. So yeah, Peach Fuzz. Worsted weight. We do have some colors in the
Sandaz Garn,
and
we even list the colors.
Yes, and so if you go on our worsted page or look for Peach Fuzz, it'll take you there. So if you'd like to make it like this. Anyway, all right, so let me start with my cast on, if I can remember which bag they're in. Let's see, I don't think it's this one. Nope. This is fun. Is it in here? Nope. Here it is. Okay, so I started, this is called, I should show you the picture. The seat is, I'm sorry guys, it's a little uncomfortable. There we go. Sitting on a pillow, and it felt really, okay, there we go, so much better. Let me show you a picture. It is called Against All Odds. A good picture of it. Sorry, thought I had it out. Against All Odds, it's an Isabel Kramer pattern, and it's wow, where is that picture? I'm sorry, not as prepared as I thought I was. Is that just the back? Yeah, okay, I don't know where the front page is, but I'll show you what else. There's a lot going on here, sorry. All right, so this is the back of it. I'm sorry, I thought I had a better picture of the front. And this is kind of the picture of the front. I love her patterns. They're well written, and there's always something interesting in them. I feel like something to learn. So I'm going to show you what I learned in this one. So she has you knitting. It is top down, and again, it's Against All Odds. I do not have this up on the website just yet, but I will put a link up there. Fingering weight yarns. Okay, so she has you cast on, and you put the markers in. Am I doing this? Oh no, this is the back. Okay, sorry, this way. This is the back, and she has you put your markers in, and she tells you, like, you know, this is for half of the back. Then you have the sleeve over here, and then you have the front, right? And it goes all the way around, and then you have the other sleeve and the back. But you were going back and forth, which was interesting, because I'm like, how am I joining this? But on the either end, hold it this way. I was actually going to put this on a model. What's it called? I don't want to call it a dummy, but you know what I mean.
A mannequin.
Mannequin. There we go. My words are not coming to me today. All right. Boy. I am sorry. I don't know what's happening here. I want just to show you this. So there you can see she had me doing like a slip one, something going on over here. The last 4 stitches at the beginning and the end of the row. And they were different. And she had you do it, I don't know, while you're doing your short rows. So you can see I have short rows here in the back, and then when you were done, she gave you pictures as well as written instructions. Maybe if I showed you the back, you can see what's happening here. And you knitted them together. So you put this one on double point needles behind this one, and then you knit them together. So it's got this little V, like kind of tab thing going on. And then in the end, do I have a picture of it? Yeah, you can see she's got it closed together, like with a little, I don't know, I thought that was kind of cute. There's always something a little interesting. And then you go in the round. So I'm in the round. I think I'm doing some stripes on this. I think she said 20 more rows in this color. Then I will add color to just a few rows. Ba-bam! With this color. And then I go into the main color with this one. So I'm so excited about this speckly yarn. It is, what is it? Bad Sheep. And yes, Bad Sheep yarn. And I was so
And she's
excited.
coming.
And she's coming. What is it? Do we have a date?
The end of March.
End of March. So that's why
she's gonna come. She's coming too. She's not just sending the yarn.
She's sending yarn and she's coming. So we get to meet her and have her here in the shop. And yes. So I'm trying out the yarn at first. It is fingering, but look at that, the colors in that. It's just so fun. She has some great color combinations and speckly yarn. Anyway, so stay tuned. So we'll see how this green goes in here. And then I go into so maybe by next week, maybe I'll be into the other color and we can see it all together and see how it comes about. All right, so that is Against All Odds by Isabel Kramer. And then the other cast on I did, well, this was kind of a journey. This is, oh my gosh, I just lost the name of it. The Maple Vest, which I had posted. Let me see if I got a picture of that too. Oh, I'm pretty sure, here's Isabel Kramer's pictures to trying to do that little tab on the back when you went in the round. It was kind of cool. Oh, it was kind of funny. So I had recently bought magnifying glasses that have a light on them. So sometimes like those medicine bottles that you just can't quite read. And oh, Kathy knows, is Marcy from Bad Sheep. Yeah, so she's gonna be here. Stay tuned. She'll probably be, you think she'll do your live with me?
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be super fun. Anyway, so I had them on. Why? Oh, to look at these pictures really is what I was trying to read them and go along. And they had they're not really pretty, but they're magnifying glasses. So it was great when I was doing my gauge swatch. And my husband looked over me and he goes, what is going on over there? So he was making fun of me, but I didn't care. It was perfect. And then he had to read the directions on his medicine bottle. He's like, where are those things? All of a sudden, he loves them too. They are excellent, except if I look up, I think Cadence had said, what's the difference between that and reading glasses? And maybe she's right. Maybe they're exactly the same thing.
If you look up, you're going to blind somebody.
And if I look up, I got sick because they are, look, see my husband's piping in. It was just too much going on. Anyway, so the magnifying glasses are the bomb. All right, so I showed you that. This is the Maple Vest. Again, this looks like a pretty interesting construction. I think you guys might have seen it on Facebook. But what my journey on this so far was, it calls for a sport weight. It says it's a sport weight, but she used a fingering and a lace. So I had some sport weight that I really wanted to use. But when I did I was having trouble getting gauge with it, and I didn't like the fabric. So if I got gauge, it was kind of too loosey, and then I was struggling with the size. So then I thought, well, maybe I'll put a lace weight with it. And then the one that I chose to go with it, I didn't really like it. I didn't like it. But I did like the look of putting the lace with it, the Surrey silk. So then I had to go back to my drawing board, and I went to my stash, and I found some fingering weight yarn. And then I came to the shop and found some lace that would go with it. So this so far is my maple, and actually it looks a lot like her picture. It wasn't intended to be that way, but the Maple Vest, okay? So it is interesting. So this is the side, you can see that's kind of going on there. And I'm doing increases, and I think I have about 4 more sets of increases. And it's just, I love the side of it here, how it crisscrosses over. I probably am not gonna make mine quite that long in the back, but I will make it a little longer. And I for this one in particular, I really liked using this for the hairy, it's like silk mohair type thing, because it is a loose gauge. I think it's on an 8. I think I'm using a 9 to get gauge, and the mohair or sorry, silk just kind of fills it in. So I just like the look of it a lot better. So let me show you what I'm using. I'm using just a fingering. I think this was an Emma color, and realized I love this color, but I don't know that I would, it's not really one of my colors to make a whole sweater with. And then I'm using this Surrey Silk by 29 Bridges, which Cadence is working on getting those up so I can talk about my sweater today. So I could talk about my sweater with you guys. She's working on trying to get them up. They're up. Well, bam. So I'll show you some of the colors we have. But I always struggle doing a silk, like a Surrey Silk that has speckles in it, like to decide what the other color should be. But I was so tickled when I put these together. I did a gauge swatch with this. And the other issue I'm having is that, not an issue, but so I'm using a 9, pattern calls for an 8. I'm looking at my notes over here, sorry. There's a lot of ease in it, which I'm not huge on ease. Like I'd probably make the small, which I think is like a 47 inch. So that give me about 7-8 inches of ease for me, which is a lot. So I was okay with that. But when I did my gauge swatch on the 9, I didn't quite get the number of stitches. My stitches were smaller. And I didn't want to jump up to the next size because that was like a 50,
we're not going to count the sticker.
56. Oh, sorry, got distracted. Like a 56 or something, and that was going to be just too much ease for me. So stay tuned. Although I did, like I said, I did a gauge swatch, but then I checked my gauge again while I was knitting, and I think I have just 2 more stitches. So my point in saying that is my ease, which should be 7 inches, is probably going to be more like 5 or 6 inches, which I'm okay with. So that's why you do a gauge swatch. That's one of the reasons why you do gauge swatch, as well as making sure you like the fabric. I didn't want to go any bigger because I didn't want it to be any looser than that, but I'm really excited about it. So that's the maple vest, and I will also get that up on the link up. So you can look either in the Surrey Silk, or actually in the search button you can put, when I get it up there, maple vest, and it should take you to options. So just a fingering weight and some kind of a lace is, you know, you probably even use 2 fingering, but there's something about the bloom of this. Oh, I was going to show you these 29 Bridges too. 29 Bridges, the Surrey Silk that she has. The yardage on these is pretty good. It's 328 yards. Excuse me. It's 74% baby Surrey alpaca and 26% silk. So this is the color I had originally, and decided I love it, but I think it needs to be with a lighter color. That's what I'm deciding. I had it with a darker color, and it just kind of muddied it up, you know, a little bit. Well, thank you, Harriet. Harriet likes the colors in that vest. I'm so excited for that vest. I'm thinking it'll be nice. I don't wear a lot of that pinky color, but it's going to be fun. All right, so this color in the 29 Bridges is Sentimental. So pretty. So pretty. And like I said, I'd probably go with a lighter. I don't know. It just depends on what you're going for, what your plan is, you know, what look you're going for. This one is Dream, which is super pretty too. I was even thinking of using like this maybe with a pink. I don't know. That'd be fun. Super fun. And we actually have, hold on, I'm just rolling this card over. I mean, to see, I mean, this would really tone down the hotness of this pink, but that would be kind of, oh, sorry, I heard my name. And so we did get some of her fingering in too, some of which would work with her lace, but we have all the other kinds of fingering. I had planned to get you some combinations, but I don't know, ran out of time. This color is really fun. This would be pretty, like with a blue even, I don't know. This is Plan Ahead. And we've had some of these before too. This yellow is awesome. And even if you did the same on same, just the furriness of it would give it a halo, kind of tone down the yellow at the same time of just making it soft and yummy. So this yellow is, of course, Little Miss Sunshine. And we also have, oh, yeah, I mean, if you're an orange person, this is the bomb. I think this is a really pretty orange. You can do them together. This is Flaming June. So fun. And then we have these, I mean, we have like this speckly one. This is a fingering one. This is called Cider. So I don't know, like you could put, you could just have fun with it. Yeah, you can have a lot of fun with it. All right, so I got that cider. And this is also, no, that's more red. I love this color. I was trying to decide. This is Cocktail. It's just a lot of, I mean, you might even be able to put the pink with it. Whatever you think. That might be too much. But there's a lot of fun, look at that, colors in there. So I just think you can have a lot of fun putting these together. I showed you the pink. The pink is called Front Row. And we have this pretty one too. Oh. Patina, I think Cadence used this in her, yep, here it is. Let me show you. I forget what this is called. I think we have the tag on it, do we? I've made this too and I can't remember the name of it. This is an Isabel Kramer pattern, so this is what she's used there. Just to show you, I mean, you just have a lot of fun. I think this would be nice held together with that too, quite honestly. We have some new copper corgi fingering in there too. That we just got in. So, just wanted to share these with you. They just got up. And yeah, you can have some fun. And the pattern, I think there's a lot of ease in their sizes. The size I'm making, which is a small, I think I need like 800 yards. I mean, you will need both, but since there's no sleeves, there's a lot of forgiveness because you're not seaming it on the sides. So it's fun. So stay tuned on that. Okay, so those are my two new projects. Sorry, I rambled on about that a lot. But there was a lot for me to learn about the sizing and the ease and the gauge on that one for me personally. Because when I was doing the sport weight, to get gauge, I had to go really up a lot on a needle size, and then it was just a really open fabric. I felt like it was going to be too loose, you know? So anyway, that's what I found. All right, so against all odds, I mentioned that. Let's talk about, oh yeah. I moved my projects around, that's what I did. Some of them were getting too big for some bags, and yeah. So this is the Gambit Cardi. Using DK. I remember this thing. I finished, okay, here we go. I finished, can you see it? A sleeve, and I did mine long.
They're all the same color.
And I left my little markers in there for my decreases. It hits me right about, I would say, I call that bracelet length, like not all the way down here, but right there. I actually did, oh, I know what I was gonna tell you about this. I did a little more, I did the decreases up here, like she said, and then when I tried it on, I wanted it a little tighter, which is still not fitted on my wrist, but I wanted it a little tighter. And then I did the seed stitch here. And then for the bind off, they wanted you to do the Jenny stretchy bind off. I did it, but then I realized I didn't, for this sleeve, I didn't like it. I didn't need it stretching because it was loose anyway on me. So I went back and just did a regular bind off on that. This is the other sleeve. Didn't get very far on it. I did bring it to a couple errands, and of course, your errands go much faster when you have your knitting with you, so I didn't get as far on it as I like to. So hopefully I might finish this week, maybe even get the buttons on. I don't know, maybe. So there's a lot of conversation in class about the buttons. How many buttons did you need? Well, it also depends on how much longer you make it. I ended up not having to make it longer, which was interesting for me. I thought that I would make it longer. But when I tried it on, it was fine. You also don't, oh, decrease markers. I'm sorry, I was reading, Kathy's note says, thank you for teaching me about decrease markers. Absolutely, that helps me out a lot too. Makes me be able to go faster. So about the buttons on this, so since the cable is your buttonhole, you don't even have to put a button on every cable, right? So I'm probably gonna do every other cable. So I'm thinking I need, if I counted this correctly, 6 buttons. So anyway, it's interesting because like on the bottom, depending on where you ended it, you know, where your button's gonna be. So my button's not gonna, I guess I could put one at the very bottom, but there's no buttonhole. But I might put one at the bottom on the button band just for visually how it looks. but there's no hole on the other side, so that's interesting. Anyway, so this is, let me show you the back, because you can see where I switched yarns, but you know what? I don't care. I love it. Love it. I'm using Madeline Tosh and DK. Yes, so that is the Gambit Cardi by Wool & Pines. This is up on our website, fuzzygoatyarns.com, so you can just put in that pattern name, or you can go to our DK pages. They should have the link there to the pattern as well. Told you about that. This I am very excited about too. This is the Helga cardigan. I'm really into the cardigans lately. This is just going to take me a long time, and that's okay. Like, I'm trying not to be stressed about it, but just because of the nature of it, I'm using the 2 lace weights together, you know, which I guess could be a fingering, I'm not sure, but it just makes me go slower because and it's a dark yarn as well, because I want to make sure that I grab both of them. So it's a little slower. I think I've showed you, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to get to 11 of the cables. I'm not real excited how this turned out up here. Can you see it? But didn't go back. I got better about it, keeping that slip stitch tight, but you can see it's a little loose there. It's okay. I'm going to be okay with it. Love the cables that's creating. That's the sleeve. Love it. This is the back. More of the cables there. And I think they said to get to 20 for my size of the cables on the front here, and I'm at 11. So I have a ways to go. But then I will, and I'm going to be, it's hard to try on a cable, right? I mean, a cardigan, it's hard to decide, you know, how far is it. I feel like it's growing a lot. I think for my size, I have to get to 400 stitches. So this seems like a lot. I don't even know how many I have on right now. But it is kind of fun to do. The cable is really simple. I just love this yarn together. I just think it looks really pretty. I don't know if you can really tell in the camera because you can see through it, but anyway. So this is the Helga cardigan. Helga, it's the Sayer yarn. You could probably get away with the fingering. I think you would be fine doing a fingering with this one. Yeah, so, and I love the color, but it is a little bit of a challenge at night. But you know, now I have those magnifying glasses, so maybe it doesn't matter. All right, what else I got to tell you? I have one more project to show you. It is the Love Note. And somebody came in the shop this weekend. They were visiting from out of town, and she had the Love Note on, and I think it was with, what was it? Fingering. She had it with fingering and a lace, so kind of like what I'm doing with the maple leaf. And it looked really pretty, so it makes me think, well, maybe I want to do one of those. But I'm telling you what, this is on a big needle. And remember, I'm picking this up. This is not the neckline. It's a provisional cast on, so I will pick up and do some ribbing for the neck. Got the sleeves to do. And on the bottom, like, I'm getting there, right? You guys can tell I'm making some headway. I probably have, I think I will try it on. It's not for me, it's for my friend. And she is taller than me, but just to give me an idea, because I was thinking 11 inches, but I think that is going to be, maybe. I think that's going to be really long, so I don't know, I have to try that on. This is fun, easy, looked really pretty too with the fingering and the lace held together, to keep that in mind. Excuse me, I got tickle in my throat. We have pollen, you guys, we have pollen outside. It's crazy. I mean, it's a cool day today. I say cool. It's probably might be 60. But it's cool to us. So I would recommend this pattern. It's fun, it goes fast, it's on big needles, and it doesn't even take that much yarn. Kind of like the ranunculus. I talked to somebody who was going to be their first sweater. They were going to make a ranunculus. I can't wait to see. She was making it out of a lace weight. We have Sweet Georgia in a lace. It's going to look gorgeous. So anyway, that's what I have for you guys. Yeah, I have, right now, I'm really content with my projects. I don't even have one that I'm dying to cast on. And I'm telling you, that maple vest was quite a journey because, you know, I thought I was going down one path and I came back to another, but I still think that the sport weight yarn that I have is going to have another purpose. It's going to be a little summer tea, I believe. Anyway, so let us know if we can help you. We'd love to send you some pictures if you want to see some colors together. You can text us, call us, but do check out our website, fuzzygoatyarns.com, and have a great week. Take care.